Okay, so this homework tonight is simply about solving addition problems. So the method that we learned today in class is maybe a little bit different than what families know. We're not using the term carrying anymore. We're talking about exchange. So when we exchange, we can either do the traditional method of exchanging above the next place value, or you can draw it next to the number across the equal line. So I'll do the example of D. So if I were to solve, I'd start in the ones place and I'd say 5 plus 5 is 10. So traditionally we would say 0 and exchange the 1. The way, excuse me, the way your student learned today was instead of putting the 1 above the tens place was to put the 1 below and next to the 0 so that they were aware that it was still part of that 10. So it's still 10, but we're going to exchange that 1 there, and then we can continue to do the next column. So 0 plus 4 plus 1 more is 5. 2 plus 8 I know is 10, so I'm going to do the same. 10 is 0 and then a 1. And then I'm going to continue to add. 9 plus 1 is 10, and 1 more is 11. So I'm going to write 11 with my exchange. 8 plus 1 is 9, plus 1 more is 10 with my exchange. 2 plus 1 is 3. And then that's my new solution. So I told the students today, and I'll tell you the same thing, any algorithm works to solve. So if you like to put the 1 above the next place value, fine. That's no problem for me. On these problems, your child's asked to solve and put it in a tape diagram. A tape diagram is simply just putting the two parts of the problem that were given into a box and then figuring out what we're solving for. The total we would call a variable. X, A, B, C, doesn't matter. This is probably really familiar to you or your child if you've seen the part-whole diagram that's used in lower grades. So before we would have students fill out this diagram where we'd say these are the two parts, what's the whole or the total. This tape diagram takes this component of it and has your students put the two missing or the two known pieces together to find what we're missing. So in this case, to draw the tape diagram, what we would do for, let's go to 2, it's finding, what I also encourage your children to do is underline the key terms. At the zoo, Brooke learned one of the rhinos weighs 4,897 pounds. One of the giraffes weighs 2,667 pounds. One of the African elephants weighs 12,456 pounds. And the Komodo dragon weighs 123 pounds. So we're getting a lot of information here. We just want to do the combined weights here of the African elephant and the giraffe. So if I come back up here, I see that the African elephant and then the giraffe. So I would do those exact numbers in my tape diagram. So I would draw the tape diagram. I'd put the African elephant number here. So in this box I would write 12,456. And in this box here I would put the giraffe total. Then your child can use the standard vertical alignment of the two numbers. So they can do 12,456 plus 2,667 and solve in a traditional way.